Today we are going to learn how we can pause the game in Unity. So we are going to pause the game. We will implement a simple button that when the user clicks, the time will stop, the game will be stopped, and we will see a small menu with a few options, a pop-up with the option to continue that will resume the game, or the option to go to the main menu if we don't want to play anymore. So let's go to Unity and let's see how we can implement this very easily in a few steps.
We are in Unity now, so let's start with the tutorial and let's implement this pause menu. What we will do, first of all, we are going to create a button here on the right side, not overlapping with the counter, because we have a score counter here. So we will put it a bit below that, and we are going to reuse one of the existing buttons that we have. For example, this one. We will just move it to the top right, move it a bit lower, and like this. Well, like this is okay. It's just for this example. This will be the pause button. Good. And let's change the image. I have one in here. Let's move it to the corresponding place here in the resources, in the space game. In here, let's use it for our button. So this is the button that we will click in order to stop the game and pause it. So once we do that, we click in this button. What we want is to see a pop-up in here. We already showed in a previous video how to create a pop-up. I will put the link in the description. But let's create one very quick and simple. In this case, I'm going to create a new empty object that will be the pause menu. I will reset the properties, put it here at the same level of the game over menu, and inside it I will create a new image. This is going to be the background of our main menu, of our pause menu, sorry. So it will be 500, 500. Let's reset again the position to sit in the middle. And in here I will create two buttons, very simple. UI button, one of them, a bit bigger like this. I will move it a bit to the bottom and the other one to the opposite, to the top. The first button will be resume. We want to resume the game. In case the player stopped the game for a reason, whatever reason, we can resume it and they can play again. So in this case, well, the opposite. This will be main menu. Okay, because it's the one at the bottom. Main menu. Just to keep an order, I will do like this. And this will be the resume button then. Let's change the text. And that's it. So we will have just those two options. You can have more if you want in your pause menu, but just as a simple example, we can or resume the game, continue playing, or we can go to the main menu. This menu by default will be hidden. So now that we have everything in the UI configured, let's go to the script to do some changes. In this case, from previous video, remember we split it and we have a specific script to manage everything in the UI. So when to show these menus, etc. We're going to use it, the UI controller. Let's find the script, open it, and let's do the changes in here. What we will do is create a new public game object, in this case for the pause menu. This will be used is the full menu. It will be used to show or hide the menu. We are going to scroll and we're going to create some methods. On the one side, we want to show the pause menu. I will copy paste this because on the other side we want to hide the pause menu. And to go to the main menu, we will reuse this method that we created in our previous video of the game over. That what does is go and load with the scene manager another scene, the main menu scene. We'll move from here to the Probably is this one exactly the menu. Okay, let's go back. So we will just reuse this for the button that says main menu. To show the pause menu, what we will do is we just need to enable this game object. We will use the setActive property to true. This will show the pop-up. It will be the same as doing this. Check on this box, we will enable it. Check on this one again, to false, we'll disable it. So you can imagine that the other method, what we'll do is the opposite. So we'll move it to false, disabling that checkbox and hiding it, okay? Like this, what we have done is just manage the UI, but we are not yet stopping the game. You can see if we implement now in the pause button, we can choose the option, how is it called? In the UI controller, we have the show pause menu. On the other side, in the pop-up, let's configure for the resume, let's configure, we drag and drop the object containing the script. What we'll do is if the user wants to continue playing, it will hide the pause menu. If the user wants to go to the main menu, in this case, we also drag and drop this one, and we have that method that was called go to main menu, something like that. Yeah, go to menu, okay? We are going to assign also the reference in here to our game object, that is the pause menu, the pop-up, and we can test. As I said, we are still not stopping the time. The game will continue. Even if I click here in the pause button, I see the pop-up, but the game is continuing. The time is not stopped. So let's fix this. And for that, we are going to use the time scale, a property of Unity that is going to be very useful for us. So in this case, when we show the pause menu, what we need to do is also stop the time. For that, we will use the Time.timeScale property equal to 0. With this, we will stop the time. Okay? By default, the time scale is 1. 1 second in the game is 1 second in the real life. If it's over that, the game will go faster. If it's below that, the game will go slower. In this case, 0 will be the slowest. That is, no movement, no time at all. So in case we show the pause menu, we will stop the time scale, but if we hide it, because the user wants to resume the game, we need to put it back to 1, okay? The normal time scale. If we don't do it, it will not be done automatically. It will stay in 0. It will be stopped. So the game will not resume at all. And also it's important to fix something in here, that is, if we choose the option to go to the main menu, the same, we need to enable the time scale again, put it to 1, because if we just pause the game, the scale is set at 0, we go to the main menu without setting it back to 1, the next time we try to play, the time scale will be 0, and the game will not even start. So it's very important to avoid problems, to put back again the time scale to 1, back to normal, if we go outside of the game or we resume the game. Now it will work as we want. Let's click play. Let's test the full functionality. If we click the pause button, it stops and you can see the objects stop moving. If I click on resume, it will go again, time scale 1, and I can keep playing. I stop it again, everything is stopped. I go to the main menu and I will move correctly to the scene of the main menu as I wanted. So, well, this is how you can create a simple pause menu. It's very simple with just 2 options. You can include more if you want, but the essential is to understand how to manage the time scale in this scenario, when to stop it, and remember always to resume it, move it again to 1, so that you can play again and not have any issues. Else the time will be completely frozen, stopped, even in the future. So if you don't put it back to 1, you will face problems. So, well, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope this tutorial was very useful for you. Thanks a lot for all the subscriptions, likes to the video. Let me know in the comments if it helped you, if you have any problem or doubt during the implementation, and wish you a very successful day, and thank you for being here.